Hey everybody, welcome back to Hollywood Animal. Hope you're having a great day. This thing came in right as I started talking. A little bit distracting. Financial year results. And wouldn't you know it, we operated at a loss. So there's no taxes. Isn't that great? Yeah, that's how it works. Cool. We got Steel Jaw. It's a new script from the Ideas tab. We got a couple of scripts here that are in for ideas. Now, getting them to just constantly write their ideas, again, it's not a bad thing, right? Even if you don't use these scripts, you're still giving them experience. So you don't have to use them, but they still get the experience. So in this case, this one here is a drama, historical, detective action movie. 4 different genres that I guess they could kind of go together a little bit. Fantasy Kingdom is an interesting twist on that. And then she went historical. All right, fine. The protagonist is a working man. He's against a bandit who I assume maybe stole the treasure. So he's going after treasure, but he's also trying to avenge his loved ones. The working man is, I guess. The bandit didn't. Did you steal the treasure from your loved ones? And then the antagonist gets killed in the end. This one's weird. I'm dropping it. Again, you don't have to use them, right? You just let them have the experience, okay? Post-production. Sound studio is complete. Now, there's a couple different directions I could go from here, but the reason why I want to go to Superior Sound Studio now, it's 900 days. The reason for this is because I want these upgrades to actually matter when it comes to like the practical utilization of them. In other words, I want to be able to use these because they give me an advantage over hiring out. Hiring out is expensive. And so specializing my research into one thing and doing one thing better than everything else, that's a start for lowering my costs and improving my quality. Right now, this sound studio, if we were to build it, is low quality. So when I'm outsourcing them later on for that, that's giving me medium quality. What I need to do is get superior sound, and that will give me high quality. And that means that working with my own equipment is going to be better for me than outsourcing it. That's what I'm looking for. We could, of course, go down concert hall right now, but that's another 900 days. And again, it's going to give me a low quality studio for my own self, which is still lower than what I'm outsourcing for. It doesn't give me anything better. Film lab, same kind of thing. Until you get the next one, it's not really giving me an advantage over the outsource. So I want an advantage over the outsource. I'm going to go with the superior sound studio before I get into using my own sound studio. Okay, so the thing we need to do, we need to release a Wendy Carpenter movie within the next 2 years. It's not vital that we do it right away, but I wrote a movie for her. It's called A Jester's Tale. And I think we could use this as her movie. We could. It's a decent script, and Edwin Pierce just got a level up. So this is a manager's development level up. And by the looks of it, first time I'm seeing it here, by the looks of it, we have these additional advancements we can make on his department, which will allow us to sink more money into it and speed things up, which is great on the development side of things. But these ones are attached to him. So if he leaves, all of our upgrades go. This one give us a general 1% bump universally for everything we do, but it's attached to the studio, but it's a lot lower. It's a 10th. That's not very powerful, but I guess this is a good reason to keep Edwin around. I'm going to go ahead and give him the additional 10% speed up there on the script department there too. All right. So A Jester's Tale. This is the script we wrote, I was hoping anyway, for our star or Wendy. Hopefully both, but like a star or Wendy would be nice. The cinematographer, I want to use him on the rotten thing, whatever the strip that the crazy guy outside did. I think I want to use him on that. We just need the better soundstage first, I think. Let's use Tommy. Be hard to control, making him erratic. You know what? Let's use Harry instead. The soundstage for this will be soundstage 2. All right, castle and surroundings. This is a soundstage thing. We're not likely to get really good locations right now for something that's convincing as a castle and surroundings and stuff. So we'll use the soundstage for this We'll go ahead and use that for the interiors. We'll use it for the city streets in the fantasy setting. But the prison, I think we can probably find a location for. It's a real simple thing. We could probably find a location for that. Although that's an indoor thing, we don't need an outdoor thing for that. Nah, let's not do it. Let's go back to the soundstage. I think we'll probably use soundstage for almost everything. Forest is easy. Should be easy to find. 9 days, pretty straightforward request there. You can make it look big and vast that way. So that's probably pretty good. Gives us a bit more leniency there. Monsters Lair is definitely here. Tavern, fairy tale creature settlements. Yeah. Okay, these are all soundstage except for the forest. We'll go on location for the forest. Although, is it really worth it? It adds 3 days to the shoot, which isn't a huge deal, and it probably isn't going to give us any meaningful bump either. So let's just keep it all in-house. Let's do the entire film inside a level 1 soundstage. It's probably not great to do, but he does get a little bit of a bonus on that, so maybe it'll work out. All right, filming tech. We can use our upgraded cameras now, and sound technology there. Let's go ahead and give them an extra crew. Although, is it really necessary to give him extra crew? Whatever, we'll do it. So producers, let's give this to Anthony. For directors, we'll give this, we'll get Joseph on this one, although his happiness is pretty low. We'll swap that to Walter. Let's give Walter some experience. I like this guy. We can maybe make some stuff happen with him. All right. Our clumsy oof protagonist was supposed to be Timothy. Does it still work? I mean, I think it does. So we're gonna grab that. I think that still works for us here, and he's at 96 and 100, so he should be really happy about this role. Damsel in distress. This was supposed to be Wendy, so I'm gonna give this role to Wendy. The sidekick character. This one, we can't, or rather, I don't want to use Russell for this because of his whole heightened sex drive libido thing, and I really don't want him getting any conflicts with the mayor's daughter. So I'm gonna keep them away from each other. We're gonna put Gabriel on this instead. And then the evil witch was supposed to be Audrey. And okay, hang on. Sorry, but I'm still an artist. I'm not a monkey that reads lines in front of the camera on command. That's what you mean? Every artist needs the creative support of other professionals in a scene. That's true. I'm not acting with Wendy Carpenter. I don't care whose daughter she is. So she's refusing to act with a non-professional. Unless I pay her a lot more money. 300 units, whatever that is. It's probably like 20 grand. That's something. Okay, didn't see that coming. Now, what if I was to switch it to say, all right, tell you what, okay, tell you what, we can choose a different movie for her. Let's choose a different movie for Wendy. It's an either or thing, but I want this movie to work. Let's put Audrey on the evil witch role. She likes this, even off the stage. And then if I add you now, okay. That's how that works. I get it. That kicks her out of the role. Okay. I was like wondering if I could just add her afterwards. So I have a choice between Jane Fisher and Sarah Frid. I really don't want Sarah working on anything. I'm just gonna let her live out her contract. Let's try to find somebody else here. How about Joan? We can't see what they've worked on recently, which is a little interesting. But we can maybe have just do some more. I think maybe Anna. Let's try Anna Wheeler for this. 39 years old. How old is our hero? 42. That works. Yeah, that works. Let's go freelance. We'll try Anna Wheeler here for this role instead. You'll work with Anna, right? She's got at least over 1.0 professionalism, so maybe you'll work with Anna. We'll try. We'll get Anna hired for 4,000. Is that 6,000? Is that really what I want to do here for this? Hang on a second. Now, how much does it cost if I was to hire... Whoops. Yeah, that's the right one. If I was to hire her from this screen instead... I kind of want Joan in here, but I hate that she's an addict. Why is everyone who's good an addict? Actually, Allie's pretty good, too. Maybe. Grace Morgan is a leader. Find it difficult to work in a team of equals. Disciplined team player. I like it. Mod. You know what? And you're really cheap, and you have really good traits that I think will cause me no problems at all. Let's try this. Because you're so inexpensive, we're going to get you on board for 3 years at a mere $2,700. Happy to sign the contract with you, Mod. And then we'll go back to our script that we're writing, or that we're about to work. We'll go back to that. It is over here, Jester's Tale. And the damsel in distress will be you. We don't have any evidence that you can play this role, but you have a 3.5. I mean, that's better than our protagonist, so okay. And she'll work with you, so okay. I'll try that out. Yep, we're putting the big name in here. We got to get our money's worth for her, so there we go. All right. Jester's Tale's done. Now, Wendy. Maybe we get Wendy to work on The Quiet. Whatever that is. I don't know what The Quiet is. We haven't seen it yet because it's being written. So let's get a rundown on what The Quiet is. 2.6. Not great. Certainly not great. Let's see what the... Can I see the synopsis? It's an action thriller. That's not bad. Tropical Island is... All right, fine. A cop, after going after a serial killer shootout, searching for the killer. Protagonist dies heroically. Wow. The ending sucks. But everything else seems to work pretty well together. Okay. The Quiet. Interesting name for an action thriller, but we'll make it work. Cinematographer, Thomas, you can have that. We don't have a soundstage for you. I have to put a pin in it because I don't have the soundstage, but we'll definitely work it. Now we have a marketing and outreach department. Very nice. Hold on. Where's my script? Okay, right over there. So I want... Where's that soundstage? 1 day. Okay. 1 day left to get our level 2 soundstage. So we'll have to do that now. So we could go down to level 3, but it's going to cost a lot, right? 2,000 days. That's a lot more than I thought. I think I'm going to go with production support. It's going to help make shooting on location more comfortable. And we're about to have better locations. So we're going to start going out to locations more often once we get better ones. And once we do that, we want this to be more comfortable. I'm actually going to use some of my influence as well to make this even faster. So 720 days to get our production support department up and running. Then we can go down line production office. It's fine. Okay. So all of that's happening. In the meantime, we have 7 days now until the most expensive film we have ever produced is here. Now, the only reason this says $985,000 is because we already had that agreement for advertising and the workflow for that stuff. And so I made it really large because I thought that would, cost me less. I don't know if that actually did. I have to go back and look at the footage. I don't know if it actually did because I'm recording like 3 or 4 videos here all in one sitting. But it says it has a huge cost. So I question whether or not maybe I ended up paying a little bit anyway. I don't know. Anyway, Jane Foster stars in Dancing in the Rain. Let's get it to the screen here. Let's see the ratings. Dancing in the Rain is going to get a C. Not bad. Jeanette Foley is giving it a 4-star rating. It says an honest and touching film. Hey, thanks. Anonymous author from The Bone Grinder. Anonymous author. Hey, if you're going to have an opinion, especially one that sucks, why don't you stand behind it? Yeah? Why don't you use your real name, Mr. Anonymous? Yeah? You faceless, nameless person. You don't really have much confidence in what you say, huh? I'm not even going to read it. I'm not even going to give you the dignity of reading what your review is because you suck. Anonymous, faceless person on the internet. It's the 1920s. It's not the internet. This is like somebody who's actually thinks they're important enough to write in the newspaper. Anyway, there's a lot of experience going around here, yeah? A lot of people involved in this movie, including Audrey. So let's see You see how much money we just spent? That's crazy. We spent over $985,000 on Dancing in the Rain. That is an incredibly expensive film. I don't know whether it's going to recuperate, but remember, we're showing this. We had a lot of advertising beforehand on this, and we also are showing it to a lot of people. We spent a whole bunch of money to sell it, to have a lot of screenings. And so because of that, we're showing it in a lot of places. I'm hoping that means more butts in the seats combined with the advertising, which could offset that cost. It might be worth it. We'll see. We got bodyguards. That's good. We can't go down this path anymore because of the demo, so we'll go Operations Center. Or we won't. Yep. There we go. Operations Center. Okay. So as of week 1, before the end of week 1, we're currently down 985, right? Ooh, a new story element is available. Protagonist, soldier. Nice job, Felix. A person who fights in the army and follows orders. He can be anything from a fresh rookie to an experienced fighter. Felix, you're the man. I could have you repeat. 94 days, 43% chance. Yeah, well, that's fine. You got almost a 50-50 chance of finding new things, and that's going to help me make better stories. So, yeah, bring it on. I need it. Operations results successful. Thanks, Calvin. It's about damn time. Oh, it actually burns them. Cool. All right, cool. Done. The secret, it dies. The secret's dead. Excellent. All right, soundstage. We can do level 2 sound stages now, so let's build those. I'm gonna start with 1. I'm gonna go right here. Let's just put 1 in for now. Yeah, and we'll pay the extra to make it all good and stuff. And now we need a film for Wendy, right? I mean, maybe the quiet is the answer to there. I don't know. Do we have a sound? We'll use our second soundstage for it, I guess. Yeah, why not? Rotten Fates is what I want my other cinematographer to be working on, though. I want him to do this one. So we'll just pop him in there and save him for later. We'll do the soundstage to get him. We're not going to have Superior Sound Studio yet. And I don't really think I need to wait for that necessarily. So we'll hold off on that. All right, A Jester's Tale. How's our ratings? Did we do okay? Wow, it's a huge dip. That sucks. I guess people don't like working in a level 1 soundstage the whole time. You'd think. Producers and actors have raised it up, which makes sense. But the director, cinematographer stuff, we get costumes and props are coming. We're gonna get there too. Same thing with locations. We're getting there. We just gotta beef it up. Let's put some security on the scene. Let's put Gary on the scene because we do have our high name actress there in that. Okay, so The Jester's Tale is now in production. The winner is still going for 54 days. We need a film for Wendy. What can we do for Wendy? In the ideas section here, how about we do, let's see, action, drama. You know what? Our rom-com writer. Oh, we just, I want to cancel that. Goodbye. Our rom-com writer's been doing nothing. Or just our romance writer. Maybe we'll do a romantic drama. Yeah, and we'll call it The Only One for Me. I don't know. The Only One for Me is a romance drama with lots and lots of the mayor said make it decent. We'll do something like this. We probably should have a little bit of comedic parts of it too, right? So maybe we'll go about like this. Yeah, that seems about fine. Yeah, a little romance 25, comedy is like 20. Let's maybe do it like this. That's fine right there. That's a good mix. Yeah, that's a good mix. All right, next setting. I'll put it in American Town. Modern American Town is fine. All right. So this is a film for Wendy, and I just want to see what she can do. All right, I just want to see what she can do. So we're gonna make Wendy the protagonist. We're gonna give her the center stage for this. We're gonna see what she can do. Maybe the movie's a total flop. Maybe it's got some promise. We don't know that until we get to production and we see whether or not she performs well. We're going to give her the protagonist role. And this is like a romantic, it's not really a romantic comedy though. There's a drama to it too. We don't know how funny she is or anything. So I'm kind of fitting in this thing just to feel her out and see what she's all about. So we're going to give her a sidekick and a love interest. So there'll be 3 actresses in this. Actually, the love interest will be a man. Sidekick will be like a female. Or we could also make this a love triangle thing, which usually works pretty well. Love triangle works really well as a trope, so we could work with that too. Let's do that instead. We'll do a rival instead. So again, we're having the love triangle thing here. We go love triangle. The finale is sweethearts stay together, live happily ever after. Okay. Another supporting character, if I can find it, which I think I have enough actresses to do this, although I can't use my big name. I might be able to use someone else. Is a strict parent. So this will be the strict parent that says, no, you can't. And we'll make it a man. And I think I'm going to use Gabriel for this. That would match pretty well. So the strict parent, the rival woman who's going after the love interest, and then our protagonist. This is going to be Wendy, the love triangle story where the sweethearts eventually get together and they stay together. That's going to be the way it is. Now, Walter's our romance guy. And there's only 25% romance on this. It might work better. I think I should probably have more romance in this then. Because of the writer, right? Let's give the writer... I don't know if this is going to work real well. I might cut the drama, but I want to see what Wendy's going to do here. So I don't like the drama being in here, honestly. I just don't like the drama being in here. But it's got to. It's got to be, man. Maybe adventure. Adventure's not bad. They meet each other on like a... Well, they're not on an island or anything. No, that's not going to work. Nah, it's got to be drama. It's got to be. We'll go 40% romance, 30% comedy, 30% drama. We'll keep the same setting. And I don't know if it's going to work real well. The thing is, like, he's not that great of a writer and he's all lazy and stuff. I should give this to Bernard. I should cancel him. I should just not have him and get a different guy that's not lazy, lack of initiative, irritate his results-oriented colleagues. But I want to see what he can do. This is just a random off-the-wall thing. Let's see what he can do. We'll let the lazy guy do it. It'll probably be a slow script, but we'll see what he can do. All right, good. The only one for me. All right, how do we... Oh, my God. Look at Dancing in the Rain. Hey, look at the money rolling in for Dancing in the Rain. Hello. Oh, man, this made some seriously good cash. Look at that. And we are still selling substantially over. It's only dropped 7%. Actually raised our attendance at 65%. So we sold too many tickets. And I kind of wish I had the ability to... oh, well, I accidentally clicked it. Let's hope it works. I extended it. I was going to say, I wanted to see whether or not... or I wish there was a way to amend how many. Like, don't just extend it to the exact same terms, but like amend it to where we can adjust how many tickets we do on the extension. I think that would be a lot better. But that being said, it's still profitable right now. Right, we're still getting profit for this. This is Audrey, right? And so we have no risk of losing money, I guess, at this point. So we'll see how that goes. That's crazy. And we don't have the same advertising budget anymore either, because I think the advertising is done. So it's now, we're not paying for ads right now. We're also not making very much on the ticket sales. So now it is a really slow trickle in of money now. But hey, we're gonna make 2 million. So extending it does cut into our profits a little bit there at that point, but it's still fine. We have the level 2 soundstage. Film on a larger soundstage designed for more elaborate sets. Very good. This will be soundstage 3. I probably should have done like dashes and stuff through this a little bit before. I'm going to go 3-2. So what I should have done is 1-1, 2-1, 3-2. This could have given me an idea of which soundstage number it is and also the size. There's lots of different ways to title them and everything. I know Universal Studios has their own way of doing it. That's different than that, but it's okay. Just because I spent some time in Universal Studios. Senior for 6 years, our chief legal officer says, hey, seems like it's about time to increase my salary. Fred, the legal officer, says. I mean, like, am I being extorted here? What are you going to do if I say no? You going to have your happiness drop to absolute zero? What are you going to do, Fred? Huh? Fine, you can make more money. It's fine. Our profit on this ends up being here. So, yeah, we ended up taking a loss on week 6, week 7, and week 8. So it did cut into our profits a little bit, but we're still pretty good. Obviously, we definitely don't want to extend it again. So we're going to end distribution there. So a decently profitable film. Popped it in archive. And we're up to 26.2 million now. So overall, we have more money in our account now than when we started the game. That's a good sign. Now, The Winner is actually still in production. It's still in production, right? And Gutman is at it again. David, the actor, poured some alcohol into a trash can and filled with paper and accidentally started a fire, which spread across the whole hotel room. No one was injured, luckily, but now David has to pay $3,000 in damages. He's asking you to help him pay the debt. Wow. You dick. He has a 100% loyalty, and it will decrease by 20 if I don't. I don't think it can go up anymore, so there's I'm not getting anything back for my 3K. You can cover it. That's fine. You can be loyal. 70% loyal. That's fine with me. Okay, we should have a film getting close here. Yeah, The Winner. Can we please get The Winner done before any other delays happens? It's not great, man. Come on now. Just complete it. Hello. Peter Lambert, Los Angeles Police Chief. Says, I've recently been hearing that our cinema is approaching the European model. A few years ago, I've been laughed at the thought, but today, I might even agree. The portrayal... Oh, I'd have laughed at that thought. Okay, I thought you were going to be laughed at. I might even agree. The portrayal of the characters, the nuance of the conflict, and the attention to detail, even a sophisticated cinephite such as myself has to admit we're seeing progress. And I have little doubt that this has something to do with you personally. This is why it's so strange to see policemen in films, even today, still always acting like idiots and klutzes. How long can this outdated nonsense go on? I assure you, in real life, the police are a team of strong men and close friends, always ready to lend our broad shoulders to those in need and shield the persecuted with our mighty physiques. Oh, God. Yeah, you look like you got a mighty physique there, buddy. True brotherhood. We're like a modern-day Musketeers. Okay, so maybe it's time someone makes a movie that shows the police risking their lives for people. Show everyone who we really are. I know how to show my gratitude. Having a friend on the force can be a big help in business. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Okay, great idea. We'll show the film in 2 years. How's that sound? This will be the first real film about us, about the police. Yeah, all right, cool. So we get a new story element. Heroes in uniform. Police officers, firefighters, rescue workers demonstrate ostentatious heroism, flagrantly risking their lives to save others. So that's another thing we can now use to create a story. So how would that look? We might want to wait to write it because we might get something else here with Felix. So I might want to wait a little bit. The Winner is finally done. It's cost way more money than it's supposed to because it was delayed for so long, but yet it actually seems like it's gonna be a winner. We shot it, and it apparently is going well. Peter Harris and David, you did a good thing. Somehow, you did a good thing, even though I made the guy pay his own bill in the in the hotel. All right, then. Well, Jasper Lawson gets upgraded here. Let's just go through this. Yeah, all right, fine. So filming stopped for 20 days. That sucked. It cost us more money because of that. It also stopped for 30 days total. No, 32 days total. Kind of. 31 days, I guess. But yeah, we had a loyalty to the studio increasing. Happiness went up by 10 amongst the crew. The crew worked for 8 hours a day for the entire period, which technically should make it higher quality since they're not as tired, but I understand that. All right, so let's start post-production. It did well. It did a lot better than I thought it was going to do, honestly, and it's called The Winner, so maybe it'll live up to its name. It's our action adventure from a tropical island. Okay, Emma, you're going to take that edit. That's good. I'm going to put... oh, man, I really want another editor. Or I want another composer. I want a better composer. We're going to put Lewis on it, I guess, though. Web Cine. So here's this concert hall. This sound recording right here. This is what I want to get my own on. But my own needs to be better than the medium here. And it's going to cost me $15,000 every time I use these guys, right? Or, you know, more than that. It costs me tens of thousands of dollars every time I use them. I can save that money if I have my own facility. Over time, that investment pays for itself. All right, that's what I want. Go for it. Now, I'm using the same editor over and over again because I want her to level up because we need better and better films, and having a really good editor, well, it's obviously just going to make everything that much better. So, The Quiet. Are we ready to make this or not? We have the lower soundstage here, so we could... this is just a weird... I think it's not the right time. Let's hold off on that really now. What I want is the Wendy movie, and that's the only one for me. And then the Jester is also on board. So we're going to wait for the right time on this one. Maintenance. Upscale look. High level of landscaping for the studio grounds. All right, there you go. High level landscaping. I don't know how it's going to help us, but we'll go ahead and do the power plant. It's going to be 1,500 days. And like I don't see any difference. Oh, maybe there's a difference here. I just don't see it. All right, Jester's Tale. Now... we're right here. We're on schedule. Everything's according to plan, which is good. But Gabriel Rutkowski is showing all the signs of dementia. Oh, no. He's constantly forgetting his lines. Everyone is getting tired. The endless takes whenever he's on the scene. All right, so the whole filming schedule will be 30% slower, or we can shorten his lines, which we can't do that because we don't have rolling edits. This is what I'm saying. It'd be really nice to have that, but we don't have that yet. So we'll just do more takes. The whole filming schedule will be 30% slower. At this point, that's not that big of a hit, so we can go ahead and do that. Yeah, so it's not a huge deal at the moment because it's already, you know, if that had happened really soon, like if that had happened earlier, that would have really sucked. But this is again why I want to have the rolling edits, which is only 7 days away. So. We would have had it if it just waited a little bit longer. Is what it is. All right. The only one for me. We're going to start out with a 3.1 and a 3.2. It's not a bad start. We've started out with lower. And I actually kind of did want to see... oh, Wendy doesn't have that yet. She hasn't actually acted in it yet. Okay, so let's sit down and get the only one for me. This is Wendy's movie, okay? Cinematographer. We're going to put... let's give it to Thomas. Why not? I want to give this girl a chance. Give her a good chance. You know what? Put her in soundstage 2. Let's put her in the stage 2. All right, soundstage 3. So, city streets. We can't do the locations yet. Man, do I want those locations. How much longer until we have locations? Tell me where it is. Ah, man, another 3 months. This is taking forever. Ah, I hate how long this takes. It's so long. All right, the only one for me. I mean, we can wait, but this is Wendy's movie, not the big ticket one, so let's not wait. City streets, we're going to go ahead and hit here. City interiors, we'll go ahead and run this one. Now, this is supposed to be level 2, but it's not letting me select level 2 here on the location quality. Soundstage level determines the quality of the filming equipment, scenery, and decorations. In outdoor shoots, level determines the beauty and authenticity of the locations. Yeah, but I want... I can't do that. Like, why won't it let me do the level 2 on the soundstage? I selected the correct one. That makes that significantly less worth it if I can't do that. Church, bar, all these things can be soundstage. Store, market, diner, motel. These things can all be soundstage, is fine. Motel's not hard to find, but adds an extra 2 days in cost. Yeah, actually motel's fine. We can go on location for that. It gives us wide angles and stuff like that. Church, bar, city interiors. No, city streets we can definitely do exterior, but like that is disappointing that I can't click that button. That was the whole reason why I went with this. So I can do level 2 on the soundstage. Like all these sound stages should be level 2. That's got me a little bit worried. Wonder why that is. Producer. Let's put Lonnie on it. Make sure. Yep, you're good. Disciplined. Director. Let's go with the disciplined Anthony Campbell too. So we're going to have true professionals working here. Our hopeless romantic is Wendy. She's got the lead role here. I have no idea how she's going to do. We're going to make it for her. Supporting character love interest. Let's put Peter on this. He's coming from a good, successful film. He can, if nothing else, she can learn from him, right? So leader, hot-tempered a little bit. He might get aggravated over her, not knowing what she's doing. That might be a problem. But it's not as much of a problem as working with a misogynist or working with a womanizer. Definitely both of those things are out of the question. So it's going to be Peter, unless I could choose a freelancer that works with him as well. Now, Floyd is a rising star, so he's not likely to work with her. And maybe Jack Peterson would work better. Maybe Melvin Olsen could work better. He's cheerful, upbeat, eternal optimist, easily survives professional failures, and withstands conflicts and difficulty with colleagues. Wow, Melvin Olsen. And you're cheap too. Excuse me, Melvin Olsen. We're bringing you in right now. I'm signing you to a 3-year deal. You sound like a guy that I'd like to work with a little bit more. You just do. Melvin Olsen. Let's get you in here for 3 years. You're pretty cheap. You're not going to cost me much for this long a time. I like it. Get Melvin in here for a longer period of time. All right. So now we'll go back to my script that I'm working on. Here we go. The only one for me. Drop this down. The love interest. We don't have any history of him playing this role. So like this is kind of just a whole bunch of people we don't know how well they're going to do. Seems cool. Rival. Let's be another woman competing for his attention. That could be Jane. Not sure how much experience she has working as a rival. She's usually the lead. I mean, we could give her the lead. We could. But I like the idea of just pushing Wendy into a film with a whole bunch of other ladies here. Let's try Anna. I'm going to hire Anna for one movie. We're going to sit here. We're going to get Anna on board here. There we go. One movie from you, Anna. Right like that. 6,000. Get on board. All right. So that's the competition. Finally, the strict parent. Was going to use Gabriel for it. Doesn't look like that's going to work. Again, we've got... you don't really play this role very often. Playing that. I can't use you two, so we're going back to the freelance. And we're looking for the strict parent. Looking for somebody who's played this before would be nice. That way they kind of have some experience in that role. Would be nice. And knights, criminal masterminds. Not really here. I mean, sidekicks. Yeah, murderers. Not really. Sidekicks. I mean, she's 19. We could sell the strict parent thing. What is that? Oh, right there. Okay, I was going to say, what does the icon even look like? Leonard Ray. 39? I mean, okay, he's a little young. But, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it's a xenophobe. Feels hostility towards anyone who seems foreign or otherwise not American. Wow. That's the first time I've seen that one. You know, I mean, we could try that. Or we can go Frank. You know, Frank Hill is about the same. His loyalty is not quite, but his happiness is way better. And I like that. He's also cheaper. No, he's not. He's more expensive. He's indifferent. Yeah, I mean, like, I think indifferent is okay. Work may not be polished to a shine, but everything goes according to plan and the results are generally decent. And that's what I'm looking for here. So have you played in this type of movie before? Not really. You played the role, but not really in this type of movie. I got to be honest, guys, I'm kind of tempted just to go full on everyone's green here and just to see what happens. But it probably, again, won't work really well. It won't do very well. How about Oliver? You've played in romance movies before. Yeah, and you played the strict parent before. Oliver, your arrogance. You're also not very happy and everything. Man, you know, it's just hard to find the right guy. Sometimes it's just hard to find the right person. All right, Leonard, we're going to bring you in. Wait, Leonard wasn't the happy one, right? Leonard was the one that was really not happy at all. It was Frank. Frank was the one. Yeah. He hasn't played that type of movie before. Now, I need someone who's played in romance before. Hey, all right, Leonard is the winner. Let's sign Leonard, get him in here. He's a strict parent, so if he's not happy, I mean, that's your character, dude. Your natural state is this way. And you're only going to cost me $800. That sounds great. So we'll hire you and get you to play the strict parent. So 19-year-old Wendy Carpenter, strict parent Leonard Ray. So yeah, you had her when you were 20. That's not that unreasonable, especially for 1920. All right. So we're good to go here, I think. It's a fairly inexpensive movie so far. We don't have any idea how well it's going to do because we don't know how good of an actress Wendy's going to be. But we got some fairly laid-back people, and we have some disciplined people on the production and director side. So we should be kind of stable here. I don't think there'll be much conflict other than anything that's, scripted for the fact that it's Wendy, because I have a feeling that there are scripted events that are around Wendy anyway. So I won't be able to avoid those if that happens. Well, all right then. Did we get... Rolling edits is good. I want to see if we get that extra card. Felix is trying to get me that extra story element. So with rolling edits done, we can now come up to getting, I think, 7 story elements, or we can start getting new ones faster. Develop story elements 15% faster, or we get one every 6 months. This is a 300-day thing. We're going to bump that down to 240 days. We're going to get that instead. Then we can start maybe looking at freelance writing, or an additional experience per release. I have a feeling this is another one of those like 1,500-day things, but we'll see. All right, Felix, give it to me, buddy. What do we got? We got it. Evil Sorcerer, the antagonist, a villain who achieves his goals through mastery of the dark arts or magical creatures he bends to his will. Well, we're going to have to make a Harry Potter now. All right, you'll be finished on that because I need you to start writing things. And A Jester's Tale is right here. Let's see how well our movie's doing. What do we got? It's moving up. 4.3. It's nice to see. So we're choosing the right actors for the part, yeah? We're choosing the right people to do it. Security's getting experience. This is Timothy's lead movie with Maude. Gabriel, even though he's getting dementia, apparently. And this is another Audrey Williamson movie. So she's improving things. But it was slowed down by 30% for the entire period as of April 14th. So it wasn't that much. It was only slowed down by 30% for 2 weeks. So it didn't hit it that hard. All right. We want Emma to edit this, but unfortunately I can't because she's already editing something else. It's 37 days. So we're going to let Oliver take it. He's not great at what he does necessarily, but we're going to let him do it. That's why he's there. Same thing with Lewis. We're going to let Lee take the composer parts of this. And then once again, we go through and pay the extra here and start post-production. 25 days. So far, every movie we've released has made money, and that's the important thing. You want to make money. You don't need to make a lot. You just need to make a little bit of money with every film you do. We got 1 cooking here. We got 2 more cooking here. And we don't have any scripts currently happening right now. So I need to figure out whether or not we're going to write another... Are we going to use the sorcerer thing? Felix is an action guy, right? Yeah. Felix... I think we might be able to use let's talk about magic. All right, let's talk about magic. And we're gonna call this one it just popped into my head, so I'm going to. The Flame of Justice. It's just in my head, and now I'm gonna use it. This is gonna be action adventure, almost 100% here. We're gonna add a little bit of comedic elements to it. Lots of action here, a little bit of adventure, a little bit of comedy. We're just gonna have this be awesome fun where people just throw fireballs at each other. It's definitely gonna be a Fantasy Kingdom piece, 100%. Our protagonist is gonna be a knight who's fighting against an evil sorcerer. That seems fine to me. For the supporting characters for this, we could have a damsel in distress, obviously. We can also have a sidekick, or I can go with a oh my gosh, a mentor. Yes, mentor the knight. Absolutely. Themes and events. We have 2 more cards we can use here, and I think we could have a jousting tournament. I don't know if that really works. I mean, yes, he's a knight, so that kind of happens, but he's also, this is a sorcerer happening here, you know? I don't know if that's really how I want to go with this. I think maybe, I don't know, like maybe we could say shootout, but it says the whistle of bullets, shells ringing as they bounce along the ground. It's like, it's not really for knights. I don't know if that's being literal or if this can be just like sword fights, you know? I think it's just actually bullets, what it says, so. Maybe we could go prison break. I know jousting tournament is going to work with knights, but I just don't know if it's what I want for this. Let's have the finale instead here. We're going to have the antagonist gets killed, or how about the antagonist gets punished in some way? Maybe, antagonist rescues hostage. Well, if we rescue hostage, yeah, let's rescue the hostage. That's fine. And that leaves the antagonist alive so that we can make sequels. Flame of Justice 2. Oh, man. I think this is probably okay. I do like the idea of using themes and events, though. I just don't know quite how I want this to be. Like, maybe he's avenging a loved one? He could be avenging a loved one. Maybe the sorcerer killed his, you know... No, killed his wife or his family or something, and he's trying to do this, and he's got this damsel in distress to save, and his mentor helps him, or maybe honestly the sorcerer killed his mentor. You know, maybe the movie starts with this happening, and then the sorcerer kills this guy, and then he goes after her or goes after him, and then, you know, there's something else that happened, and he's got to save her. I don't know. It's kind of falling apart here, isn't it? Let's go ahead and do this, and we want Felix to take this. It's an action roll. It's also the, you know, it's the card he found me, so we'll let him run with it and see. And then, of course, we need another movie that goes along the lines for the cop movie, right? We need another cop movie. And so I want to see if we don't have, like, is it drama, comedy, adventure. Not the worst idea. These guys are all 1.0. Yeah. Gets angry over the most trivial things. What is it with writers getting angry? Jeez, undisciplined. Doesn't work well with others. That sounds like a writer. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and think about the cop thing for a little bit here. Flame of Justice could have been the cop piece, honestly. It really could have been the story. Let's get the cop story put out, and we're going to call this one The Thin Blue Line. And what we'll do for this one is it's going to be an it's a detective action thriller, right? We're going to have a lot of detections. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of detective stuff and a lot of action and a little bit of the thriller parts here. And this is, of course, going to show, you know, what cops really do. We could also change this, pull the thriller part out of it and just put it into drama. But I think this one will probably work better. We'll leave the detective part in there. We're going to do it into a modern American city. And we're going to want the cop as our protagonist, of course. The antagonist will be a criminal mastermind. I like it. And then supporting characters. Let's put this as a sidekick. That makes sense. And then maybe he's got an angry boss. That makes a lot of sense too for a cop movie, doesn't it? That's four actors. So that's getting pretty expensive already. For the themes, we must use heroes in uniform. And then for the finale, we're going to have the protagonist rescues hostages. Let's say the antagonist gets punished. Yep. Send the guy behind bars. I like it. That's our basic story there. And it's all dudes, man. It's all guys. Action, a little bit of thriller, detective story. Trying to get to the bottom of it, right? And we could give this to Lewis Rice, but he hates detective stuff. So we're not going to bother with that. We're not using a whole lot. Honestly, like Felix is just a really freaking good writer, man. That action, it's an action movie. It's what it needs to be. It's a detective movie also. I need to get a detective writer is what I need. That's what I actually really need is a detective writer. So why don't we see if we can get a writer here that's got detectives, man. I'd love to find somebody that can do that, but the only people I have that are mentioning detective are, well, people that don't like detective. So that ain't working out for me either. So we might have to put a little bit of a pin in that if we can get another, these things tend to cycle and stuff. So if we can get a better writer, then I'll be open to, you know, getting that movie on the docket. When we have like 695 days left here, so there's plenty of time. It says, don't tell me what to drink. As anti-prohibition parade took place in Syracuse, a small city in New York State, the protest was organized by local activists after a series of news articles connected mass poisonings in different parts of the country. About 100,000 people took to the streets. One of the parade's organizers was the actor Michael Goldbeck. I'm proud of the city where I was born and raised. I'm proud of the people who live here, said Michael Goldbeck in a comment to the U.S. Post. We organized this parade not because we are alcoholics who can't tear themselves away from the bottle. This is a protest against the lies, against the killing and destroying the economy of the United States. And we will win. And the perpetrators will go to prison. Yeah, good luck with that, Michael. Okay, so hey, that's been a pretty good video for us today. I'm happy about it. We have more money than we started with. I'll see you for the next one. I'm hoping that this film is going to be doing really well. All right, hope you'll join in for me or join in with me next time too. Bye-bye.